What's up, water signs? How's your June 2020? I hope it went really well. This is your July 2020 reading. I'm going to start by thanking you for watching, subscribing, liking, commenting, sharing. I am very grateful for this past month doing tarot on YouTube, and I only want to continue growing my channel. So if you want to help grow the channel, you can contribute to my channel by booking personal readings with me. I do astrology readings. I can do birth chart readings. I can do solar returns. I can do synastry. And I'm also available for tarot readings. So we can do insight on your love life, on your career life, just general life, anything that you want to talk about. I'm totally down to do it. And you can also follow me on Instagram. The links are all going to be down below. You can also contribute if you have a little money to the channel through PayPal or Venmo. And also, if you would like to contribute to a cause that is really important to me, you can also follow the links down below to contribute to Black trans lives. We have a bunch of different groups that help keep Black trans people safe, and that's really important to me. So please go ahead and follow those links if you'd like to give a little money or volunteer in any sort of way. Send me a note if this reading resonates. This is for Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces, and it's your July 2020, as I said before. So I'm going to start with Cancer. All right, Cancer, hello. I hope you had a great June. I'm going to start by showing you the cards, and then we'll talk about them, okay? So first off, we have the Seven of Swords. This is a beautiful deck by my friend Jessie J. You should also follow her on Instagram. I'll put her account underneath. Actually, let me take a note of that so I don't forget. She has amazing art, and I would like people to support her. Second card is the Lovers, also from Jessie's deck. Then we have the Seven of Wands, second seven that you got. This is also a very special deck. All of them are special. Then we have oh my gosh, seven again, Seven of Cups. Geez, you got like almost all the sevens. Yeah, you just need a Seven of Pentacles. Now I wonder if you're going to get it, Cancer. Seven of Cups. Then we have the Two of Wands. We've got the Hanged Man. Yep. We have Be Honest with Yourself. We also have Listening for Truth. I keep the waters pure. Wow, that is really powerful for Cancer, huh? Wow, beautiful. Then we also have Blessed Change, and it says, a major life change brings you great blessings. And then Celeste. A happy move to a new home or place of employment is in the works. This movement will usher in positive new energy. So first of all, I just want to say happy birthday, Cancer, because I know it's Cancer season. And I'm seeing a lot of interesting, very interesting energy here. There's a lot of passive type of energy, I think, especially relating to confusion. Perhaps because the confusion is intense, it's kind of hard to take action on things. And then you might be feeling sort of stuck, which is not a bad thing necessarily, because sometimes we need to rest and to be able to recollect in order to receive blessings, right, from the universe. So I think here with all of this, there's definitely lots of good things coming, and it has to do with luck and change, but it might take a minute for you to get there. I want to start with the Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords is a moon in Aquarius card. So the moon, as you know, Cancer, because you are ruled by the moon, when it's in Aquarius, it is not at its forte, right? It's sort of just navigating this it's navigating this sort of colder type of energy, because the moon has everything to do with intuition and feelings and emotions. And when it's in Aquarius, it's not so much in touch with that. It's trying to escape that depth that the moon has, that you, Cancer, have. A lot of Cancers are known, if you're sun, moon, rising, or dominant Cancer, you know how emotional you can be. And when the Seven of Swords is here, it kind of takes a little bit of the emotion away, maybe because of exhaustion, of like emotional exhaustion or burnout. So it's an interesting card. It might also have to do with you dealing with people or yourself hiding things or not wanting to confront certain situations. So trying to get away with something without really facing it head on. So it's an escape type of card. It's in many other decks it can be seen as the Thief card. So watch out that, you know, people are not trying to get away with something with you, and because you know, Cancers can be people pleasers too, and I think it's really important to draw boundaries and to be able to protect yourself from anyone trying to get the best of you. Also with the Lovers here, this is talking about you embracing the parts of yourself that are not so easy for you to embrace in order for you to find love outside of yourself. So, you know, it's all about self-love, the Lovers. And it's when we are able to love ourselves for our entirety, not just our positive sides, is when we actually can be able to love someone else, right? And also understand the darker sides of others, because we've embraced our dark sides, or the parts of ourselves that we were taught not to love, right? So with that, I think that you need to really stand up for yourself in July, and it might sound kind of exhausting to do that, but your opinion counts more than anybody's opinions about yourself. You know yourself, and you need to stand up for yourself and what you believe in. This is energy that might be, you can see that this woman is, protecting herself through ritual when all these policemen are in the back. This is so actual and current to the what we're living in globally, right? It's this gorgeous, beautiful witch protecting herself through ritual from, you know, people who don't understand the law. They understand the laws, but they don't understand the law. Goddess is with her, you know, and Goddess is with you, Cancer. So protect yourself if people are trying to, excuse me, fuck with you, okay? And don't let them dim your light. Like really fight for your light and for what you know about yourself. This is why listening for truth is also here, right? And be honest with yourself. So there's you know, like this truth happening, this you being able to tap into truth, into knowing about yourself, and not swaying from the center of that, like not being distracted by noise. You know, you don't need the noise. You're not going to be gaslit. You are in tune with yourself, listening for truth, listening for the depth of truth, of the goddess that is sitting with you, you know, and not with these, you know, very Mars energy. This is not saying that you should be violent in any way. I mean, you know, who am I to tell people to, I don't, it's complicated, but I think that violence comes actually from these guys up here, you know. They are the ones, the system is the one trying to like put us down. So I guess what it's saying is listen to truth and not to the system. The issue with this is that you are in such a mysterious place in your life with the Seven of Cups that it's hard to actually know if what you feel is actually truth, or if it's, you know, an illusion. You know, the Seven of Cups is all about sitting with the mystery and sitting with with what you don't know comfortably, or trying to anyway. It's not very comfortable to not know for humans. Humans need to know what's happening, right? Usually. This is saying sit with the discomfort, sit with the mystery, sit with the veil, sit without being able to see with your eyes, but you can see with your third eye. This is what listening for truth is also saying, you know. It's this, look at this, these cards are so beautiful together. Like you can see them with their eyes closed. They don't need to see with their eyes. They see with their third eye. They see with their soul. You know, this is who you are. It's tapping into goddess energy. It's tapping into divination energy, tapping into tarot wisdom, into astrology wisdom, into all of these very inward, ethereal type of energies, rather than very obvious, logical, analytical types of energy that exist in the world. Ultimately, you're gonna have to make a decision. Oh, by the way, you also have the Hanged Man, which is totally about this passive, like waiting, right? Confused, like, and it's not easy. It is not easy. But what the Hanged Man says is that it is ultimately for the betterment of your life. It's for the best all around. It is very scary right now in the world. It's scary. Lots of people are anxious. Lots of people are not being able to rest and to feel rejuvenated, and they feel like they don't even deserve to. But this is the whole point, is to treat yourself kindly because things are so hard, and really give yourself the credit that you deserve. That you are, you know, putting in the work, that even if it's confusing, it's like being, like, trigger warning, but like if you have an issue with alcoholism or something like that, it's that first period of going to AA and having to not drink for a while, and of course that like ends up it is very difficult for a really long time. This is the Hanged Man. You know that it's a very difficult transition. It's a very difficult time, but it's ultimately for spiritual growth. It's for cleansing, it's for purifying, it's for making things better, it's for opening space in your life. And so the only thing that you can do is just sit with the mystery and sit with the discomfort. It's very uncomfortable to be upside down on a tree, but it's for you to reflect. It's for you to open yourself up and to grow, you know, spiritually. Especially there's a lot of spiritual energy here with you guys. Ultimately, you're gonna have to make a decision, it appears to me, and it's not going to be a very difficult decision to make. It's a fun decision. Something might come up, like options might come up, and you might have to go one way or another. I think that it might have to do with something new in your life. It might be a new home, it might be a new job, or something that just shifts. It's a big shift. And not only that, but it's a blessed change. And you can see that this mermaid is also upside down. So look at that, you know, like the feeling of being upside down is showing up a lot in your reading. And being upside down is all about seeing things from a new perspective, right? It's from checking out a new way of thinking, of being, and you know, that is going to end up bringing you blessed change. That these two together, I can't believe them, you know, it's like so incredible, because I was just saying that, like, sitting with this discomfort will take you to a better place in your future. And there it is. It's the blessed change. A major life change brings you great blessings. So yeah, things are changing in your life, Cancer. Things are changing. You're moving forward. And it is about purification, I think. I keep the waters pure. What a freaking gorgeous card. Look at that. This is the Amenti deck, and it actually was created by someone who studied the Kabbalion, which I'm actually studying right now. And the Kabbalion is basically a book that talks about the Egyptian studies of the soul, and of everything, basically. Like, what is everything? What is the all, right? That is the study of Egyptians 5,000 years ago. And if you read it, there's a lot of the stuff that we talk about in witchcraft, like as above, so below, all comes from the Kabbalion. So I definitely recommend reading the book. And I also I just love this imagery of this beautiful woman here. I kind of want to read the book for you about this. Let me see if it's too long, or where it is. There you go. I keep the waters pure. What a beautiful card. Number 36. Okay. Okay, I'm going to read it. So, I keep the waters pure says, in Egyptian mythology, Nun is the deification of water, and understood to be the representation of primeval waters of chaos, which existed before giving birth to the land. From an elemental standpoint, water is represented as the realm of emotion, the subconscious, and intuition. You are a water sign. Look at that. Alchemically speaking, water is feeling, which finds a relationship to earth as sensation. And through a connection of these elements, a structured thought is born. A complex element and force of nature, water is a malleable influence which can transmute and transform, purify and cleanse, create and destroy, conceive and birth. In holding the intention of I keep the waters pure, we look beyond the element of or deity to water as a metaphor, whose lessons permeate substance and spirit, as water is a life force that is ever present, fluent in lunar language as it moves with the tides, and the symbolic representation of the subconscious mind. The path of self-inquiry and initiation into higher levels of thought and experience asks the candidate to make the unconscious conscious by exploring the abyss of the subconscious mind. Purification first comes through identification, and in diving deep into the waters of uncharted darkness, the process of transformation begins. Sorry about the noise, you guys. You will free yourself when you learn to be neutral and follow the instructions of your heart without letting things perturb you. This is the way of Mott. The depth of the subconscious may show us our demons, such as fear, hatred, and anger, which in turn manifest in the material world through detrimental actions like tyranny, fanaticism, and ignorance. As we look into this reflecting pool of unresolved trauma, we must be reminded that all we will ever see looking back is our own reflection. For the reflection to transform, we must as well. It is through finding love for the unresolved trauma, giving light into darkness. Look at this, it's the Lover's card too that I was just talking about. And allowing the beating of our heart to transmute the images of the past, that we can clearly visualize that what is possible and move forward fluidly. Unlike Narcissus, who drowned in a shallow pool, admiring his own beauty, this beauty, your essence, is a pure expression of truth, which can only spring from a cleansed subconscious. Pure beauty hydrates the soul and reflects light in every wave. Our nightmares then become dreams. Fear becomes love. Hatred becomes acceptance. Anger becomes passion. Tyranny shifts to democracy. Fanaticism to philosophy. And ignorance to awareness. With a light heart and a purified mind, even demons can transform into angels. And any prior perception of antithesis is now seen as what makes our life's thesis that much more profound. In making the unconscious conscious, each ripple of purity expands into the collective, allowing for more fluid evolution to flow forward with a feather heart, connected to all but attached to no thing. Wow, what a beautiful message that you have here. So I think Cancer, overall, you're gonna probably be, and this might take longer than July too. This may be a message that goes beyond July because I can see that a little bit. You sit with the discomfort, sit with the difficult times and not knowing right now, because that is ultimately a path for a blessing in the future, and it's going to be a change. You're gonna be changing something. You're gonna be moving into something new. Okay. Listen to yourself. Listen to yourself. You know more than anybody about you. You know what is right for you to do right now. So, and you are pure. You keep the waters pure. So help others keep the water pure, but mainly take care of yourself right now, and believe yourself. Believe yourself. Look at yourself in the mirror and say, I believe you. I believe you. Okay? Because if other people don't believe you, it does not matter right now. You need to believe yourself. And you need to do what you know is right, is the truth. Okay? I love you. I hope you have a wonderful July 2020. And I'll see you around August for Leo season. Bye, darlings. All right, I'm talking to Scorpio now. How are you doing, dear Scorpios? I hope your your June has been pretty good. And that you have had a lot of contemplative time. We're going to open up your cards right now. I'm going to show it to you first, and then we're going to talk about them, okay? So we have the Hierophant. So beautiful. Wow. Check out the decks underneath on the down below on the description box. This is the Tarot Erotique from Jessie J, my friend. You should totally check her stuff out. She's an incredible artist. Two of Wands is coming out. And we have the Two of Wands again. Cancer got the Two of Wands too, but not twice. Amplified message for you. Then we have Union. Look at that. Holy cow. Wow. Beautiful. We also have the Three of Pentacles. We've got the King of Cups. Spicy showing up in your reading, Scorpio. Then we have Make Music. We've got The Word Wants to Be Written. Wow. And some creative energy coming out. Then we have I Offer Words of Good Intent. So beautiful. Set Your Sights Higher. And it says, increase your standards and expect more for yourself. Don't settle. And lastly, we have Oceana. Take action. You're in touch with your truth in the situation, and you need to trust your gut and lovingly assert yourself. I think water signs are really about trusting their gut and trusting their intuition right now, which I really love, because you guys you're tapped into the divine, you know, water, right? Water signs. So karmic. Okay, so what I'm seeing here for you, Scorpio, is really interesting. There's a lot of wisdom to you right now. And there's a lot of creative expression wanting to be let out as well. I mean, we have so many cards that talk about that, actually. And it's telling you, there's a lot also talking about not settling for less, like the, yeah, there are a couple of things about just like looking upward and like shooting your arrow upward rather than like going for something that you might kind of like, no, just go for what you really want rather than kind of in the middle. Someone once said to me, which I really appreciated, was like, think of the thing that you want the most, even if it seems absurd. Like if you want to like win an Oscar, think about that, try to shoot for that, and then you might, you know, you might hit high. But if you go for medium, then you're gonna, you know, you're gonna shoot low, you know. So usually that's how it works with archery. Like when you pull back the arrow, you want to aim somewhere, you don't aim for where you want to hit, right? You aim higher so that it hits where you want. So aim higher than you usually would, you know. That's what this is saying right here. And Yeah, you can see this woman is like also going up some stairs. So she's not going down, you know, she's like, she's picked something. She's picked her stick. She's made a choice, you know, and this is what the Two of Wands, both Two of Wands are here for you. Two of Wands. So there are options that are being presented to you, and these options, whatever you end up deciding, are gonna help you ascend. There's a lot of ascension in your cards, like this, you can see her going upward. Even the whale is kind of going upward. And then over here you see her like looking upward too. You know, I think that it's wise for you to expect more of the world, because what you create, people want. And this is what this card talks about. In other decks, it shows an artist doing it like showing their art in a museum, and mentors are coming and looking at what they created, and they are selling their art. They're not like, people are interested in what they're making. People love what they make. Okay, so and also this talks about collaborating too with others. So it's interesting, because this and union are both cards about coming together with other people and sharing, sharing what you want to create. There's union perhaps in like inside of you too, like parts of yourself that have been kind of scattered might be coming together, and that could even make you feel integrated enough to be able to collaborate with others better, because you might feel more whole and complete within yourself. Yeah, so you know, these together are really beautiful. Like it does talk a lot about collaboration and being able to work with others on what you want to create. And then there's like the writing coming up with words too. Offer words of good intent, and the word wants to be written. So 2 cards about words. You might have a hidden talent for, or not hidden, I don't know, for writing. And I think that you would do well to try. This is so cool. Look, it's like the same, it's like butterflies and then birds. Oh my gosh. So beautiful. Like they're, yeah, and butterflies coming out of her chest and coming out of her third eye. I mean, wow, what a beautiful like connection between these two, huh? So, and also notice that in this card, she is also crying, which might be talking about you being able to express what you have been through that has been difficult in order to help other people. Maybe it's not necessarily about that, but it's something that is coming up for me right now, that might help you. Like your pain doesn't need to be in vain. If you are an artist and you can create about your pain and get deep into the things that have been difficult for you, especially with words like writing or talking, or you know, communication, it can actually end up not being in vain. It can actually serve for something good, right? So use that. I think that's what a muse does, right? You're a muse here, and you can take your pain as a muse too. Your pain can be a muse to you, in order to create something beautiful. Within that, there's also make music. So perhaps, you know, words, lyrics of songs, perhaps, I don't know. You know, all these together, like Like, this is all, it's a lot about communication and a lot about like working with others, union, Three of Pentacles, collaboration, union, communication, writing, and music. It's all about voice. It's all about like letting it out, right? So there's a lot of like, and for Scorpios, it's so important to use word. Word is a really big deal for you guys. I have learned through my astrology studies that Scorpios should have been born with like a foot in therapy right away, because it helps them quite a lot to speak about, especially about their pain, especially about things that have broken their hearts, you know, things that have been painful. So this is an opportunity in July 2020 for you to really communicate and express yourself about the things that have hurt you, in order to move past it, in order to express it, in order to help other people that might be going through the same stuff that you have been going through. With the Hierophant and the King of Cups, I'm gonna say that there is such intense wisdom to you, and the King of Cups also reminds me of a big artist type, you know. So I think that with these two energies, I mean, the Hierophant is a lot about, it's a lot about tradition. It can be about tradition, but it doesn't necessarily mean that you're going through a traditional path, but it's more of like ancient wisdom, like connecting to ancient wisdom, connecting to really deep knowledge and wisdom. Perhaps even learning about things that have been around for a really long time that can help your growth and the growth of others in your life, because what we learn, we always pass forward, right? And the King of Cups is he is the peak of emotions, and so being so able to sit with emotions, to like really rein them, to rule emotions, to know what how to deal with them, not running away, not you know, overflowing, but like really being able to oh, what's the word, yeah, it's not coming up right now, but it's being able to rule your emotions. There's a word, but I'm not being able to find it, and it's okay. Sometimes that happens. Mercury is retrograde right now. So I'm gonna, you know, I'm gonna let it flow. So yeah, I'm seeing this really beautiful energy for July for you, Scorpio. Really focus on your creativity, focus on collaboration, on exchanging energies with other artists, with other people. Your work will be wanted, and turn your heartbreak into something good. Don't let it be in vain. What bothers you, make it into art. People are gonna want it. People are gonna want to collaborate with you. Set your sights high. Don't settle for anything less than what you want, okay? If this world is not enough for you, look higher. Like, look higher. Go for a higher world, for a better world. You have immense capacity of changing it and making it a better place. So July is a really beautiful month for all of that, and I think you're also gonna have a little fun too with the Two of Wands. It's not so difficult to do what you're doing. I mean, it's difficult, but it's not heavy. It's light energy. So bring the light, okay, Scorpio? I love you, and I hope you have an amazing July, okay? Kisses. Bye. Okay, hello there, Pisces. How was your June? I hope it was good. Please send me a message, comment if it resonates. Stay in touch. I would love to hear from you about this reading, about July. If it resonates with what you're going through right now. Or you can send me a message next month to, if you end up remembering it and seeing the synchronicities of the reading with what you're actually going through in your life. So I'm going to start by showing you the cards, and then we're going to talk about them, okay? So we have the Seven of Wands. Oh, this is tough energy for Pisces. We got the Nine of Swords. Ooh la la, my Pisces. Then we have the Knight of Wands. Beautiful. Eight of Swords. Seven of Cups. We also have the Emperor. We've got the Feeling Safe card. We have Every Journey Starts with a Single Step. Then we have I Consume Only My Fair Share. We have You're Being Helped. And finally, we've got Daniel. I am the angel of marriage, and I am assisting you right now. Okay, Pisces. So I'm seeing with you this July that there's a lot of energy of being stuck in your mind, and learning how to take a first step towards movement from that, from being trapped. You're not really trapped. It's your mind that traps you, right? And so it's a lot about that. It's a lot about learning how to work with your mind. And there's also some energies that are talking to you about learning how to sit with discomfort, not being comfortable about a situation. But it's not necessarily about you just sitting there, even though the Seven of Cups is here and it does talk about learning how to sit with your discomfort. But it's also a card about having a lot of options and being confused about so many different options that might be showing up for you. And what the rest of the reading is saying, I think, especially with the Knight of Wands here, is to not settle for one thing. And I think that that's what gets you stuck, is thinking that you can only do what you've done before, or you're like trapped into a certain situation, or you're trapped into a dynamic that doesn't serve you, right? And that keeps you up at night and doesn't let you sleep, and it just like, it haunts you. You are not actually physically, creatively stuck anywhere. You have freedom and you have options. So this is what the cards are trying to remind you of. I think that you are feeling a little bit defensive, and you might have to defend yourself in July. But this is also saying that you defend yourself because you know yourself, right? So you're not doing it from a place of not knowing. You do know. And you can see this lady is like being attacked by, you know, little tiny penises coming out of windows. And, you know, sometimes that's great and sometimes it's not, right? And when it's not, you're absolutely fine defending yourself. So, and you do have the power here to do that. With the Emperor being here, it is all about standing in your power. The Emperor is the King of Kings, so he rules all kingdoms, and for you to step into this is really important in July in order for you to feel safe. Okay, you do have to work on this feeling of safety, of grounding yourself and knowing that you are safe, that you are not, you know, in actual trouble, that it's actually a story. And the story might become real if you start believing it too much. This is what the Nine of Swords says. So it's and the Eight of Swords too. The Eight of Swords is the trapping of the mind, and then the Nine of Swords is the anxiety that is involved in it, right? So these two cards together, they're telling me that your mind is overacting, and it's not necessarily it's not really necessarily saying the truth, because the truth, like, our mind creates the truth, and our choice to believe in the thoughts is what creates reality. So really watch out for what you are believing that you're thinking, because if you think that you're trapped and you're unsafe, start working on feeling safe. Start working on thinking, I am safe, everything is okay, I will be helped, you are being helped. How funny, I didn't even think of this card until I said it. You're being helped. Trust more. Trust. Be more witchy. like seriously, like logic right now isn't helping you. Being analytical isn't helping you. What's gonna help you is working on trust, even though it's really hard. You know, there are beings there for you, guiding you, helping you, and they will help you. You are not alone. You're not going through this alone. Other people are going through it. The world is going through a huge shift vibrationally. So really remember that. Remember to work on feeling safe in your mind so that it becomes the reality, because it actually is, but you don't want to shift into something negative because you're thinking negative about something. And you know, it's slow, go slowly. You know, it's a single step. Every journey starts with a single step. This is what this is, you know. It's trying, it's having the courage to move forward and to take a step towards betterment, to take a step towards whatever it is that you do want to manifest, okay? Lastly, I'm going to talk about the marriage card, and then I consume only my fair share. Look at David Bowie came to say hi to you. So with this, I'm seeing that it's important for you to remember to share with others and not, because sometimes it's the contrary, right? Like, share less, but it's actually, with this, it's saying, like, share more. At this point in your life. I'm not saying like forever in your life. I'm saying right now it might do you some good to share a little bit more of your heart, of your wisdom, of your intuition, of your time, of your food, of your whatever it is that you want to share, okay? And with Daniel, it's saying like if there might be some relationships that are really important in your life, and I think that marriage is not necessarily just about marriage with somebody, but with it's about commitment, right? And I think that the guides are helping you connect to the people that you're committed to. That might be your family members. It might be your it might even be your guides themselves too, you know, connecting to spirit, connecting to your angels, but anything that you're committed to, really. This is what Daniel is doing here. It's helping you connect to whatever you're committed to. It's got very Juno vibes. Juno is the goddess of commitment and tradition. And if there's someone in your life that you think of right away when I talk about this, maybe that's who I'm talking about. You don't have to be married necessarily. It can be your son, it can be your daughter, it can be a friend, it can even be a project, anything that you're committed to. You're being assisted in that commitment, okay? You're being helped. Look at this. I am assisting you right now, it says. And this is saying you're being helped. So the guides are trying to remind you that you don't need extreme amounts of abundance in order to be safe, okay? You just need what you have right now, and you are being helped. It is everything is okay. Remember to start thinking those things. Maybe write affirmations, breathe, start working with your mind. Like, sit down and really write like what you want to be truth, because our minds, when they're stuck in a place, you might just need to exercise it into positivity, and remember that you have options, and remember that you're not stuck, and remember that all of the stuff that traps you is actually just a familiar point of view, and that can feel comfortable, but it doesn't help you grow. It doesn't help you evolve. So you need to remember that you are a fire starter. The fire starter card is here, you know. It's all about like not settling for traps. You are not trapped. You are absolutely free. You are incredible, and you have a lot of power, and you are safe, okay? So remember all of these things, and if you need anything during July, you can always contact me. I know it's kind of a hard, with these two cards, the 9 and the 8 of Swords, I would say that you might have a little bit of trouble, but don't be negative to yourself. Like, don't do that. If you are, come to me, and I will tell you again that you are a fire starter, you are a king of kings, you are an emperor, you know, and that you have options, and that you're being helped, and I will remind you of that. So please come back if you need to, and I hope that you are able to remember these messages, because they're really important, okay? I love you, and I hope you have an amazing July 2020. Please share, like, subscribe, comment, and you can follow me on Instagram. You can look at the decks down below. You can also send me a message if it resonates, anything you want, okay? Have a lovely July. Take care, Pisces. Bye.